That bird! Here. Oh my gosh, another one.
See, he gets it. Hey Pheasant Fanatics, Dustin here with North Point Kennels. Today we are hunting private land with permission from the farmer. This land is not hunted more than a half a dozen times a year. As I almost exclusively hunt public land, I get to compare the challenge and how the dogs work, as this is my first solo North Dakota private land hunt. I also get to share with you a clean and cook with the birds harvested, as we show how my family does pheasant enchiladas. Let's get to the action. We start the hunt by following a drainage that has cattails line the center. Dre flares and follows his nose to show us the first rooster of the hunt.
That bird! Fetch! Dre, good boy. Come, come. Here, here, here. Out. Good. Let out. Good boy. Way to flare. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Let's get another.
North Dakota limit is 3 roosters. With one down, we continue down the cattail line and find an unexpected surprise for now the second time in the year.
Oh. Oh. Dre, what do you got? Dre, fetch.
Dre locks on point as though he is a kid who just got caught sneaking in late at night. However, the more the scenario unravels, the more confused he gets based on this bird's actions. This pans out to be the second bird this year that the dog retrieves without a shot. I assume this bird was wounded, but it is possible this bird just held so tight that the dog finally grabbed it.
Here! Good! Out, out, out! Good. Another one. Holy buckets. That's 2 this year. I had a previous video that did the same. You can tell by the tail feathers, that's wild. That's for sure.
2 down and 1 to go, we finally get unlucky. Dre works the down scent of this next rooster, but before I get into range, the rooster exits the far side to live another day. I take blame for this one.
That's a rooster. Too far, Dre. Smartest rooster on private land. Stay close.
With 1 bird to go and only having 40 minutes to hunt to start with, we are running low on time. We turn the corner and work back towards the truck hitting the other side of the narrow cattails. Dre gets behind a bird and gives me a chance to get our limit for the day.
That bird! Dre, here!
Dre, who gets this bird up, is continuing to follow his nose rather than the sound of the flush and shot. I get Dre's attention and cast him into a blind retrieve. There, he is able to secure our third and final bird for that day's limit.
Dre, here! Dre, come here! Dipper, find it! Dipper, hop! Here! It's right here. It's right here. Dipper, dipper, dipper. Here. Good boy. Here. It's right here. 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 Out. Good. Oh, older. Good boy.
It was great to limit out with my dog, and I did shoot pretty well for the day. The comparison of private to public land, even at this point late in the season, is pretty big. When the birds don't move as much, it results in less dog working action, which is the favorite part of hunting for me. Nevertheless, this was a blast. Now that the fun part is done, as they say, the work begins. I travel home as the sun sets and get to present my family with a limit of pheasants. I begin to clean the birds as my sons join me, and we get to prep the birds along with share memories and knowledge to the next generation.
Not too shabby, huh?
Can I hold one?
Yeah, you can hold one.
You can see the breast.
All right, why don't you bring these back and we'll clean them. They're such a pretty bird.
Back where you are?
Yep. I'm gonna clean them on the back of the truck.
You should put them by each other, like lined up, and then see which one is the biggest. I really like that there's like orange, red, and blue on their carrot.
Isn't that cool?
On this one, it's yellow.
And you can see so much, and it's late season, so the birds have grown all year.
And we have no meat. We can just get the bird.
Well, that's what we do is we clean them early, and then we put them in the freezer. And then that way we can have pheasant all winter long. Look at what he's been eating.
Corn.
Pretty obvious, right?
Yeah. That looks like beans.
He's been eating his fill.
That looks like beans.
And just think, it's January already, and has that much food in him. That's a healthy bird. They get fed pretty well out there in the wild by the farmers. Right, there's the first piece.
A whole meat.
That's the breast. That's the small one too.
Oh
I
my.
always try to get the feathers off early though.
The feathers out so we can train.
Right. The wings.
No, I said smush.
All right.
That wasn't that much, but okay. No, there's just so much corn in. Oh, that one's a little hard to get out. Yeah.
No, not too bad. You just have to find that joint. There's a wing.
I want a wing.
Okay, can you get all the big tail feathers
Yeah.
for me?
All the big ones coming in hot.
Okay.
3.
Chloe, did we not bring you today?
My favorite part about hunting has always been spending time in nature and growing with my dogs. As I get older, I find I enjoy teaching my kids about the respect of nature, animals, and gun safety, as they may be the next generation of hunters. I think of the memories I have with my father hunting and want to carry those on to the next. North Dakota daily limit is 3 roosters, and you're allowed to store up to 3 times your daily limit, equating to 9. With the birds cleaned and being placed in the freezer, we thaw previous hunt's birds to use the oldest first. There are many ways to prepare pheasant, and we generally use it in any recipe that calls for chicken as our preferred substitute. Today, the menu has one of our personal family favorites, which is pheasant enchiladas. My wife is definitely the cook in the house, but this one, even I can do. The basics are that you slow cook the pheasant in a crock pot until tender. We use about 8 to 12 hours. Once tender, shred the meat so that you can combine it into your enchilada ingredients. You have the normal wiggle room of choosing what you like to use, but for us, taco sauce, jalapeno, guac, and sour cream are staples. The shredding stage also helps to remove any BBs that might be found in the meat. At this stage, I'm going to show you what we use as a setup, but again, this is now up to you. We pre-mix the meat with most of our ingredients and then wrap them in a tortilla shell and place them in an oven-safe container. We are never shy on the cheese, but in this example, we also add some tomato and lettuce and even more ingredients. Enjoy this montage of our cooking process.
Really? This is tomatoes. It's not even a pheasant. We ask ourselves that question every day. Do I? I actually do. Doesn't look as good as what it used to.
Sides. See, he gets it. Of course,
You guys are pretty.